Are you looking for a hike that has a little bit of everything? A bit of history, deep forests, meadows, and jaw-dropping views? Well, then join me today for a hike up Estes Cone. Well, our hike begins here at the Longs Peak Trailhead, just south of Estes Park, off of Highway 7. From here, we have a 6.4-mile round-trip hike with about 2,000 feet of elevation gain. Now, the first half of this hike has some hills up and down, but it is generally pretty mild and is actually great for kids. But the second half of the hike is very different. It begins to climb quite steeply uphill through deep forest with very few views. And then the last mile is a very rough, unmaintained trail with lots of loose rock and tree roots. It can be difficult to find your way and is very, very steep. And then at the top, once you get up there, you're crawling up the rocks using your hands to get up to this high perch, looking out over the Estes Valley, over the Tahosa Valley, and over Longs Peak and Mount Meeker. It's a stunning viewpoint, worth all the effort, but it's not for everyone. All right, are you ready to check it out? Let's go. All right, take care. The trail starts off with a pretty good climb, and so it's always wise to take this first section at a slower pace. It's early autumn. The sun is shining and the air is crisp. It's the perfect day for a hike. After half a mile, we reach an intersection. The left trail will take us up to Chasm Lake and Longs Peak, but we're going to turn right here and head towards Estes Cone. This trail is usually very quiet and gently climbs upward with a few small descents in between. It is a little rougher than the first half mile, but it isn't very difficult. How are you doing today? Well, welcome to the Eugenia Mine. This is a great little stop right alongside the trail on your way up to Estes Cone. It's a great place for kids to come and play. There's a small, gentle stream, rocks to play on, and it's a cool place to come and imagine what life was like well over 100 years ago. In 1897, prospectors put a claim in on this area, hoping to find gold and silver. They searched for several years looking, but came up empty-handed. Then they abandoned the claim, and others came for a few more years searching for gold and silver, and they too came up empty-handed. Today, all that you'll find are the remains of an old house, an old boiler back in the woods, and slag heap, and a few signs pocketed around of old mines that never amounted to anything. Those mines have been filled in now, and so they're safe, but really it's just a peaceful spot to stop in the middle of the woods. Well worth doing, even just for that. As we leave the Eugenia Mine, the trail slowly descends through the forest and eventually levels out. Soon, the dark forest opens as we arrive at Moore Park. This delightful meadow is a wonderful, quiet place to have a picnic. It would make a great destination for a family hike. From here, you can see Estes Cone towering high above. That's our destination. As we head onwards, the trail remains relatively flat until we reach the next intersection. At the intersection, we will turn left, and from here we begin climbing upwards. This section of trail is very pretty, with deep forests and some old limber pine, but there aren't a lot of big views along the way. Well, welcome to the Storm Pass Trailhead. There isn't a lot to see here, but it's quite the intersection. On this trail, you can come up from very close to the Bierstadt Trailhead, just off of Bear Lake Road, and it'll lead you up here. Beautiful hike, very quiet. Very few people do this hike. We came up from behind the camera, up from Longs Peak. To our left is the trail coming up from Lily Lake. And this trail here will lead us to the top of Estes Cone. Now from here to the top of Estes Cone, it is only 0.7 miles, but it is the hardest part of the entire hike. The views from up there are absolutely spectacular. So we'll head on up and see what we can see at the top. You need to pay close attention, as it's easy to lose track of where the trail goes. If you're unsure, stop and take a little time to look around you. Look for either heavy wear from other hikers or for small rock cairns. After a challenging climb, you will get your first view of the sky appearing before you, signaling that you're near the top. Now, most people will climb up the first rocks that they see, hoping to enjoy the views. But that's not where you should head. Stay below the rocks and follow them until there are no more trees. And here you can finally see the actual summit rocks. You'll need to climb up the crack to reach the top. Now, once I got to the very top, it was blowing hard and it was snowing, so I had to quickly dress in warm layers. Up here, the views are amazing, especially if you come on a calm and clear day. There are incredible views in every direction. But today, the visibility is a little more limited. Nonetheless, it is a wonderful place to be, up here high above it all. It's a great place to just sit, think, and be inspired. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's hike. If you want to learn about other hikes, check out my many other videos on Rocky Mountain National Park. Or pick up a copy of my hiking guide. I'll put a link to it in the description. Also, my new calendar is out if you want to get your copy for next year. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope to see you out on the trail. To help you prepare for your visit to Rocky Mountain National Park, visit my website, rockymountainnationalpark.com. For hiking guides, calendars, coffee table books, and more, visit rockytrailpress.com. And when you arrive, be sure and stop by my gallery in downtown Estes Park. It's called Images of Rocky Mountain National Park.